Peace Pilgrim-born Mildred Lisette Norman, was an American non-denominational spiritual teacher, mystic, pacifist, vegetarian activist and peace activist. In 1952, she became the first woman to walk the entire length of the Appalachian Trail in one season. She also walked across the United States at least 8 times, and likely more than 20 times. Starting on January 1, 1953, in Pasadena, California, she adopted the name Peace Pilgrim, and walked across the United States for 28 years. A transcript of a 1964 conversation with Peace Pilgrim from a broadcast on KPFK radio in Los Angeles, California, was published as Steps Toward Inner Peace. She stopped counting miles in that year, having walked more than 40,000 kilometers for peace. Early life. Mildred Lisette Norman was born on a poultry farm in Egg Harbor City, New Jersey, in 1908, the oldest of 3 children. Her mother, Josephine Marie Ranch, was a tailor, and her father, Ernest Norman, a carpenter. Although poor, the family were admired in a community of German immigrants, whose relatives originally settled the area after escaping Germany in 1855. In 1933 she eloped with Stanley Ryder and moved to Philadelphia in 1939. They divorced in 1946. Pilgrimage. In the book, Peace Pilgrim, Her Life and Work in Her Own Words, she related that her physical journey began after having experienced a spiritual awakening, following a long period of meditation practice. She said that this awakening was a direct, mystical experience of the Creator's love. She claimed that this spurred her to then start her decades-long walking journey for peace. Her pilgrimage spanned almost 3 decades, beginning January 1, 1953, in Pasadena, California. The Korean War was in progress. She continued walking for 28 years, spanning the American involvement in the Vietnam War and beyond. Peace Pilgrim was a frequent speaker at churches, universities, and local and national radio and television. Expressing her ideas about peace, she referred to herself only as Peace Pilgrim. Peace Pilgrim's only possessions were the clothes on her back and the few items she carried in the pockets of her blue tunic, which read, Peace Pilgrim, on the front and 25,000 miles on foot for peace on the back. She had no organizational backing, carried no money, and would not even ask for food or shelter. When she began her pilgrimage, she had taken a vow to remain a wanderer until mankind has learned the way of peace, walking until given shelter and fasting until given food. On July 7, 1981, while being driven from the Chicago area to a speaking engagement near Knox, Indiana, Peace Pilgrim was killed in an automobile accident. At the time of her death, she was crossing the United States from the 7th time. After her death, her body was cremated, and her ashes were interred in a family plot near Egg Harbor City, New Jersey. Legacy. Friends of Peace Pilgrim is an all-volunteer non-profit organization dedicated to making information about the life and message of Peace Pilgrim available freely to all who ask. Since 1983 they have published and distributed over 400,000 copies of the book, Peace Pilgrim, Her Life and Work in Her Own Words, and over 1.5 million copies of the booklet, Steps Toward Inner Peace. Books and booklets have been sent to over 100 countries. The book has been translated into 12 languages and a booklet into over 20 languages. In 2005, Peace Pilgrim Park was created in her hometown of Egg Harbor City, New Jersey, on part of the site of the former Neutral Water Health Resort Sanitarium. Since 2007, an annual Peace Pilgrim celebration has been observed in the park and its sites throughout Egg Harbor City on September 20 to 22. Awards. Peace Abbey Courage of Conscience Award. Bibliography. Steps Toward Inner Peace. Peace Pilgrim, her life and work in her own words. Peace Pilgrim, the spirit of peace. Peace Pilgrim, an American sage who walked her talk.